Prime Minister Trudeau and Minister Freeland, hi, my name is Tom Pogson from Victoria, BC. I'm speaking because Canadians like myself are worried. We're worried for the future of fellow Canadians, especially the 3.2 of our people living in poverty. For years, those on social assistance have endured incomes hundreds of dollars short of the accepted poverty line, many of them Indigenous, with few incremental increases and the occasional resolve to try harder. We are worried that on April 19th, we will again show these 3.2 million Canadians that they will continue to fall behind. Even for working Canadians, we have seen the cost of living double in less than a decade while wages stagnate. The money from our advancing production going to the owners of physical, financial, and intellectual property, the banks, and the major corporations. Trickle-down has fooled no one. Polarization has arrived just as economists like Professor Guy Standing predicted over a decade ago as jobs become more what he called the precariat, now known as the gig economy. To this, we then add the threats of extinction, pandemics, automation, increased anxiety, even anger over what seems a bleak and dystopian future of uncertainty. Is it any wonder people have lost trust with not just their governments, but doctors, scientists, academics, even each other? Meanwhile, there has always been the road not taken. For hundreds of years, starting with names like Sir Thomas More, Sir Thomas Paine, Bertrand Russell, Martin Luther King, and Senator Hugh Segal, there has been an idea handed down like a river of hope. This idea, this solution, has been argued for by 1,200 economists in 1968, by the United Church, by conservatives, liberals, NDP, social credit, libertarians, Marxists, and even Austrian free market economists, and of course, the Green parties from around the world. It goes by many names, but it is generally called the basic income. Whether in the form of a negative income tax or the guaranteed livable income, which targets low-income residents up front, or the unconditional universal basic income demogrant, which taxes afterwards, the idea is essentially the same. It is a payment to all, individually or in cash or equivalent, without condition, on a regular basis like monthly, that is enough to take a person over the poverty line with enough for basic subsistence. It is affordable. It removes the poverty traps of social assistance, and it's even a cost savings, as multiple economists from the Basic Income Earth Network and other researchers have demonstrated through pilots and research since their founding in 1986. And from one of the world's first pilots that happened here in Canada, in Dauphin, Manitoba, from 74 to 78, where it displayed that people continue to work, most importantly, displaying the downstream of positive effects, as Dr. Evelyn Forget explained, on health, community engagement, lower truancy, legal costs, entrepreneurship, and even dental health. We have seen over the last year that the system of social protection lets too many fall through the cracks. We have seen the rise of tent cities, not just here in Victoria or in British Columbia or even in Canada, but around the world. A basic income would become a floor that no one could fall beneath. UBI Works and the Canadian Centre for Economic Analysis have proved that this can actually grow our economy $2 trillion, creating jobs and ending poverty. I implore you to consider this as a necessary pillar, not as a panacea, but as a necessary pillar of Canada's structure going forward. Thank you.